Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I've been listening to Big Finish, and I'm quite a happy camper because it was good Big Finish. You know, that's not guaranteed in any way, shape, or form nowadays, but it was very good Big Finish. Really genuinely enjoyed it. I listened to The War Doctor Begins, and you know, as I was listening to it, I felt like a little bit of unease. I thought, is this the last box set they're doing in this range with Jonathan Carey as the War Doctor taking over from? And it's so funny to say it, taking over from John Hurt, right? Is this the last one? I don't know how well it went down. I don't know how well the sales were, and I really hoped it wasn't, right? I really hope there was more, because I genuinely loved this range. And then as I was finishing it, they announced they're continuing the range, so I am very happy about that. Can I ask everybody to like, share, and subscribe before we get into the review? And as I said, if you want a quick review, thumbs up, go buy it. That's my recommendation, right? That really is generally my recommendation. Like, share, subscribe. That's also my recommendation. If you could do that, that really helps, right? If you haven't subscribed, if you can consider hitting the subscribe button, that is great. If you agree with me or disagree with me to any great degree, let me know. Write your comment. let me know what you think. That'd be great. You know, it's both options are good, right? Both options are very good. Sign up my follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. Sign up my Substack, my email newsletter. Oh, and there's a bunch of extras on that. Right, that's free. But I always put out like the old out of print Doctor Who novels. Last week I put out, what was it, Millennial Rise, which is a really good Craig Hinton, Sixth Doctor and Mel with a Y2K great intelligence story. It was a really good one. I really genuinely enjoyed that. I enjoy all of them. Anyway, so sign up. It's free, right? It's free. I have a paid one, $5 a month. You don't get any content for that. I really want to start working on content for that, right? But then I can be able to plug it a little bit better. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are very good in my humble opinion, in my humble estimation. Something else very good in my humble estimation is this. Doink. Doctor Who, the War Doctor Begins. I tell you, can't wait till they start moving into the new the new logo, the new old logo. I think it looks so much better. And this logo has just a lot of negative connotations to it, doesn't it? I mean, listen, if you like the Jodie Whittaker era, great for you. I don't understand how. Great for you, right? Very happy for you. I don't understand why you would like that and this, but it's just confusing. Anyway, so this is volume number 4 of The War Doctor Begins. This is there's 2 styles of this range. One of them being Jonathan Carey, obviously, whose performance of the War Doctor is perfect, right? You cannot tell it's not John Hurt. It sounds exactly like John Hurt. Actually, it sounds like older John Hurt. I don't know why they go for young John Hurt on the covers. It does sound like older John Hurt. And it's not just it's a good impersonation, it's an excellent performance. And I think the excellent performance, as I say, in every one of my reviews of this range is down to Louise Jameson. I had a brain fart there. Is down to Louise Jameson. Louise Jameson is the director of all these box sets, and before they started, she spent a day with Jonathan Carey workshop, basically teaching him how to act. And that day was incredible because it's really worked, right? It's really absolutely worked. Great performances, very authentic, you know, and I think that's what you can always expect from Louise Jameson. She's just a fantastic actor. She really is an absolutely fantastic actor, and I think she's a fantastic actor because she's very clever. She's obviously very. Look, it didn't hurt that she was very sexy as well, right? Actually, I still find her sexy, which is a bit weird, right? I still find her voice very like, you know, if I could choose a voice of like my, I don't know, my Siri or whatever. I would certainly choose Louise Jameson's voice, right? But she's very clever, and she's able to take apart a scene and understand character and understand what motivates character and authenticity, right? Always has a lot of authenticity in everything she does, and she really imbues this set with this. This set is written by one author, and which I prefer, actually. I like it when these box sets are not like disparate stories but have one great story to them. I think that really works better. I mean, really, if you looked at the Ninth Doctor range, the only one I think was really very, very good was that first one by Nick Briggs. I did like there's 3 Cybermen stories across that first 4 box set with Ninth Doctor that were good, but other than that, I'm kind of out of that range, quite frankly. Because it's not doing much to bring me in. I've heard enough Christopher Eccleston, and they're all very samey, these ones. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the War Doctor Begins, which are not. So yeah, these are 3 stories. There's a beginning, middle, and end. It's all written by Robert Valentine. Now, I know Robert Valentine has pissed a lot of people off because he did the H.P. Lovecraft one, and there was a lot of very heavy-handed dialogue in that, where Lovecraft was made to recite his somewhat his extreme racist beliefs of the time, right? Which I think he kind of moved away from. If you want a good treatise on who Lovecraft was, I would recommend, and you like comic books, I would recommend Alan Moore's Providence, which is a lot of work, right? That is a lot of work, but that really tells, gets inside the nature of I think who that person was. But in that, it was a 6 Doctor one. So the word on the street is that was an edict from On a High from the BBC, and they were forced to put that clunky dialogue in, which I know a lot of people absolutely hated. Other than that, I think there's not really much to complain about with Robert Valentine. I think he's normally quite a solid scripter, and he is here. So what he does here is something that I always like to do, right? I've done it as well in my own writing, repurpose Apocalypse Now. I love Apocalypse Now, one of my all-time favourite movies. I love everything about it. I like the extended edition, I like the documentary, like Hearts of Darkness is a great documentary about it. I basically like the idea. It's essentially you take a world-weary military assassin and send him on a mission that completely changes him. So that's the idea of this. There's a rogue Time Lord. Oh yeah, and a mission to kill somebody on his own time. There's a rogue Time Lord who's created a third faction in the Dalek Time Lord War. And he's having all these like temporal abominations that are killing everybody. And so the Doctor is sent to assassinate him, right? And with this, he finally says, I am never, ever going to be the Doctor again, right? So they play this essentially as if it's the last Doctor adventure. So you have this like the journey to get to him, and then basically getting the job, the journey to get to him, and then essentially the confrontation. I think one of the weaknesses of this box set, which is strange because it's also one of the strengths, is the villain played by Nicholas Le Prevost, right? Now, if you listen to the making of, which I always do, they're all super excited. It's Nicholas Le Prevost, right? And I can't pronounce his name very well. Shows you how familiar I am with him. Not very. He gives an excellent performance, an absolutely excellent performance, and I can see why they're all excited. And he's a big theatre actor, I think, and obviously he knows what he's doing, right? He's a very, very accomplished actor. The character is very obviously, right from the beginning, some weird temporal iteration of the Doctor. And you didn't really get that resonance from Nicholas Le Prevost. Well, you did to a certain extent, but I think it would have been better if they brought in Christopher Eccleston, for example, or David Tennant as an evil, like a broken, twisted, evil version of him, or Paul McGann, something like a past Doctor to do an evil version of it. I mean, like I like the 6th Doctor, Colin Baker's War Doctor, right? I think that sort of thing really worked. I think that would have really knocked this over to the next level. That minor quibble aside, excellent, right? Strong recommend. Please buy it before it goes up in price. $20 right now. But again, I think it goes up in price in very, very shortly. It's normally at the end of the month, isn't it? Fine, so let's read the blurb. The Doctor No More. I just imagine Jonathan Carey reading this. The Doctor No More. Warriors join the time war between the Daleks and Gallifrey, but how far will he go? What lines will he cross? Well, so far, not that many. I want him to be a bit more genocidal. I like the War Master series, for example, because Derek Jacobi is just so relentlessly evil and jovial at the same time. I love the War Master series. How much of himself will he sacrifice? The War Doctor has begun to find out who he is and the consequence of him fighting monsters. He who fights with monsters, yes. So he becomes a monster. So the mission is episode 1. As the Time War takes a dark new turn, the War Doctor is tasked by the Time War Council while locating and assassinating a Gallifreyan renegade waging their own private campaign against both the Daleks and the Time Lords. Who is the mysterious barber surgeon? Again, it's so obvious. It's the Doctor, right? And again, they don't explicitly state this in the set, but it's very implicit, right? I think they do implicitly say it towards the end. By the way, another thing I'm going to wag my finger at the set for is the making of. They have at the end of the first part, they dump a massive spoiler saying, "Oh, there's a big spoiler. There's a big reset at the end of this, so we could really do whatever we wanted." Okay, so don't do that. No, or at least put those at the end, so after you listen to it. So fine, they got to fight a private campaign against the Daleks and the Time Lords. Who is the mysterious barber surgeon, and can the Doctor complete his mission without becoming all that he abhors? No. Okay, no is the answer. There's a simple answer there. There is a lot of like little winks into like postmodern winks, which I liked about this as well. Let me see. So that's the first one. The second one is the Abyss. The Doctor journeys towards his target through the ravages of the Time War. Yeah, so he's got to kind of break into a Dalek repository to find out the information they have on him. The Daleks are also hunting this barber surgeon, and so they're following the Doctor. There's a new invention of a weird Dalek that can walk, which has legs. I had trouble imagining that. Right, I think that should have been on the cover as a like assassination Dalek or something or other. So I had trouble I tried to imagine like a Steve Dillon kind of design. So the Doctor, so you have the this strange Dalek pursuing the Doctor, who's pursuing the barber surgeon. And it also going back through his own personal history. Yeah, again, this is lifted directly from Apocalypse Now. Especially this episode. So the Doctor journeys towards his target through the ravages of the Time War. The trail leads him back through his own personal history. So it turns out about halfway through this, they say, you're not the first person we sent on this mission. We sent the Master before you. And there is an interesting encounter, which I don't want to spoil, which is freaking awesome, right? With the Daleks close behind and a mysterious barber surgeon anticipating his every move, because he's obviously the Doctor, he comes to suspect that this is one mission he won't be coming back from. Well, there's a lot of fatalism right from the beginning of this. Again, they want this to be the Doctor's final adventure. The horror. Again, that's the last line in Apocalypse Now. We know you should have just mentioned this in some of the bump, right? In some of the interviews, because it's very obviously that. The Doctor is missing in action. Great cliffhanger at the end of episode 2, right? Really, and great performance for that cliffhanger by Jonathan Carey, right? I really knocked that one out the park. Gallifrey and Skaro face total destruction. Time Lord and Dalek forces converge on the realm of the barber surgeon. From his junkyard fortress in a lost dimension, the renegade warmonger is about to create the ultimate weapon. But who can possibly stop him? Who indeed? So that's essentially the confrontation when the Doctor finally meets the barber surgeon and finds out what exactly is going on. A great little box set. I think it had a really meaty beginning, middle, and end. And in general, this range, absolutely fantastic. Who's on the reviews and awards? Who's got no awards as yet? So Robert Valentine. Director Louise Jameson. So yeah, look, again, excellent. $20, strong recommend, right? Absolute strong recommend. And I'm delighted this series is continuing. So let's have a quick look at this press announcement. Delve further into the War Doctor with 2 brand new box sets, less than last time though, with full cast audio dramas, first release in May 23 from Big Finish Productions. And look, the problem with this cover is something going on with Big Finish in general is they have a lot of trouble with men being like military personnel. It's only women, right? It's normally only women. I mean, you had Ken Bones in this one, but it in the last one. But can he just? Okay, here's the thing. Okay, Big Finish. I understand women are human beings and deserve respect, right? I understand that. Can you stop just cramming full all your releases with stunning and brave women? It causes less respect for women, okay, in general. So Jonathan Kerry returns with the critically acclaimed portrayal of the Doctor's warrior incarnation, originally played by Jonathan Hurt, Sir John Hurt, I should say. In more War-Torn Tales set on the 50th anniversary. He's also going to be in the the 60th anniversary story. It starts off in the Time War, I think. So you got Comrades in Arms is available for pre-order. £20, $16.99 download. It's about $20. And then December's Enemy Mine, also available. You can pre-order them now. You can give them their money right now. Mother's Love by Nogaflation. So my fear of new writers is really been diminished over the past year, right? I found new writers delivering really solid strips. I don't know Nogaflation. Let's have a quick look, see if they've done anything else before. See if we see anything open up. No, this is like their first thing. All right, let's say, it's fine. But generally speaking, again, this range has been very strong. Producer David Richardson said, following in the footsteps of the esteemed, much-loved John Hurt, it was a daunting challenge. However, I'm delighted this foray into the Young War Doctor has been such a success, because there's been good stories, basically. Thanks to the huge talent Jonathan Carey, and I would say Lou Jameson as well, right? That's really important. Who continues to shine radiantly through the series with so many Avengers, friends, enemies, and dilemmas, leaders falling apart at the seams. So people saying nice things about it. Okay, find Doctor Who magazine, blah, blah, blah. And you can buy both of them for £33 as a download. They don't mention... what's it called again? They don't mention... who directs them, because that's really quite important. Let's go over there. Doink. Do they have production credits up yet? Director, oh dear. Okay, so Lou Jameson is not in this group, so tentatively a bit worried now, because I think she was very, very good. Let's see who's directing this one. Production notes. Doesn't say. But yeah, honestly, the Time War range has been strong enough that I think I can trust it, right? I think I'm going to trust it with at least one. Hopefully it'll be as good as the others, right? That is my because was it Ajaz Awad? They've been in something before. They totally been in a Time War thing before. Let's see if we see in there the cast. Case. I've totally seen them be that character before. Yes, over here. So this was the second one. Are they playing the same character? I think they are. Yeah, still playing Case. I can't remember Case, which is not really a good sign, right? I can't remember Case, but maybe I'll give this a re-listen to before I get to the next box set. I got till May to get through it. Still, I'm in the middle of listening to the Blake Seven Allies and Enemies and Allies, or Allies and Enemies right now. That range has been pretty darn good this year. Anyway, so very glad it's continuing. Strong recommend. Knocking out the park. I can't recommend it more strongly enough. I don't think there's anything else I can say about it that's nice. Okay, that's basically it. I've said everything I can say about it. I've recommended it. It's up to you now, baby. It's up to you. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.